Hello world! Frida Reva Darcy and Patricia O'Connor here today on the Bonsai Balcony. It is Sunday. Look here. Yesterday, when I was shooting, we were in the middle of a lot of rain. This morning when I got up, it was high 60s, bright and sunny. We were in between two storms. Yesterday's storm was pretty good. Today's storm looked a little weirder when I was looking at it yesterday because it was actually spiraling out there in the ocean. And I thought it might be a day or two away. It's not. There it is. It's here. So, yeah, we'll be going through this today. The winds are going up. The rain is going up a little. The rain is going to be more than yesterday. The winds are probably going to be about 35 miles an hour. I haven't started moving everything in. I don't really think that 35 mile an hour occasional gusts are going to make me do that. I think I'll ride that out. We'll know here in a minute whether it's a good call or not, because I don't think they're wrong about that wind. Meanwhile, it's still acting spring-like, and by that I mean it's like windy and rainy and stuff, but the weather is warmer, and that's kind of like what I know about the beginning of spring. You know what they kind of say about April showers bringing May flowers? Well, that kind of happens around February and March here. So, as predicted yesterday, this guy has got buds out all over it. The bumps on this tree are raising up more and more all the time. I can definitely see that it's right behind this one. There is a little bit of green starting to show in some of those places. But they've been kind of doing this for a minute. We're a couple of cold days away from these guys clamming up and just going right back where they came from. However, with a couple more days like today, and we'll start seeing leafage. Same with the maples. As I mentioned yesterday, my cork bark oak is budding out a lot more than it had been during the winter. So I believe it's awake and knows what's happening and is really loving all the added rain. Those are the little quick look at. Those are all of our little pine tree seedlings that we went through and cleaned up last night. They do look a little better cleaned up now. You can see that they are in fact little pine trees. Quick look at the Ponderosa table. It's looking happy. Those guys need to be weeded out, so I can go through there and do that here in a minute. And my literati, my literati Japanese black pine, it is swaying in the breeze a little bit. I don't think it's having any issues. It's a pretty tree. It didn't turn yellow the way the others did. It just seems to be perfectly happy just the way it was. So there's not really a lot going on, but I just thought that with this constant weather changes, the way we just keep having to bounce back and forth and snap to and fro from this, that this would make for a little interesting. I've got the door open. We're enjoying the temperatures are not bad at all, and the breeze so far is not bad at all. So with the door open, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. And seeing all the green also kind of nice. We're starting to settle into a little bit of this pattern. I don't know, it kind of feels a little too early to believe it to be true yet, but yeah, I think that's what we can expect from now on, is maybe start seeing a little bit more. I hope so. What can happen too is these guys can leaf out more and more and more, and then we get some hellacious cold temperatures, and then all of that foliage will turn purple. It won't kill it, but it'll turn it purple. And a lot of plants do that when they get too cold but don't die. They just kind of turn purple. And I have seen my bald cypress foliage be like a day glow green, which is beautiful. But I've also seen it be purple, and when it goes that purple, the foliage that does that stays that way until it's gone. It doesn't green up later. It's probably still photosynthesizes, but I don't know for sure either way. Anyway, that's kind of what's going on there. And the bands of rain are coming. I'm feeling them I'm getting rained on, standing kind of right here. At some point here in a minute, not too much longer, probably, my little Japanese Wisteria sinensis may turn around and start blooming, which would be nice to see some some Japanese sinensis wisteria blooms, white blooms, very, very, very fragrant. Really gives me hay fever, but it smells really good. So I just kind of suffer and sort of silence, except for now. This is not going to be a real long post. I just wanted to touch base and share everybody what our world looks like. This is what spring looks like for us. A little 6-minute post. I appreciate you. Frida appreciates you. Like and subscribe if you guys have not already. We will do a post in a couple of days on my next day off, which will be my Wednesday, Thursday posts. And last night I know I've already said I'm winding this up, but last night I did a live video, and I made sure all my settings were right, and then we started the video and it didn't work. So then we redid a few things and pushed a few other buttons and fired it up again. Still no go. The third time was the charm. Everything worked the way it was supposed to, except then I looked over and I didn't have the chat was turned off, which to me was the point in doing live broadcast, was to have the chat thing going so that whoever's around on Saturday night can, I can be doing something that, like for instance, last night I was weeding pine trees. That's not the most totally information-packed thing about little pine tree seedlings and weeding them. You can discuss that in 2 minutes and be done with the ins and outs with it. But it was an opportunity to touch base with the viewers and stuff. However, mostly I just wanted to test and see whether or not I could go live, because I've never had the bandwidth to be able to go live before. Last night, I would say, was mostly successful. What I didn't like about last night was, one, my chat feature had gotten signed off, or I didn't check it again the third time or whatever. But so that was off too. The microphone on the laptop that I was using was not as good as the microphone I'm currently using right now on this iPhone. I don't have any microphones because I never really noticed the sound as being of a quality that mattered to me, as long as I was using one of my iPhones. I don't mind the sound of wind. For instance, this is a balcony. It's not the Bonsai studio. If the wind's blowing, I kind of want you to hear the wind blowing. I don't mind that. And otherwise, I think it's a pretty good reproduction of my voice. I did notice last night on that live video on playback, I did not like the sound quality of that, which was not a reflection of the upload capabilities, or my broadband capabilities, or my live capabilities. It was just a matter of going with a better microphone, or going with a better camera, or getting a microphone. So Saturday Night Live might be a thing that we start doing here really shortly. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. And I appreciate you, and Frida appreciates you, and thank you so much for watching.